So I'll be, yan, thank you po. Thank you po sa pag-record. So I'll be your instructor or your lecturer for logical reasoning. Ayan. So for tonight, I'll be discussing three important parts ng presentation na to. So first part would be assumptions and conclusion. The second part would be word analogy, and the third part would be syllogism. Okay, so these are common parts na makikita nyo or ma-encounter nyo po sa NAPOLCOM exam or NAPOLCOM exam nyo by next month. Tama ba? Tama ba? Next month yun. Okay. So I'll send na lang everything after this. I don't usually send kasi before. So after ko siya para at least mas magets nyo siya kung paano siya nakuha. Kasi you could have the PowerPoint tapos hindi ko naman alam kung paano rin sasagutan. So kaya I'll send this one afterwards usually. Then I'll also give, after our 2 days meeting, I'll also give some exercises afterwards, especially for the abstract part. Ayan. Okay, so let's start. So let's proceed with the first part of logical reasoning natin. Ayan. So the first part would be assumptions and conclusion. At ito yung pinaka-common na ma-encounter nyo po during the exam. Okay, siguro majority ng item sa logical reasoning ito plus or yung isa, yung word analogy. So we'll discuss that naman separately. Okay? Kapag sinabing conclusions and assumptions, so makinig lang kayo, then we'll have exercises or practices afterward. Siguro baka by 10:30 or 11 o'clock tapos tayo. Yeah. Kasi medyo fussy din ang internet ko ngayon, ang lakas ng hangin sa amin. Pasensya na kayo kung may marinig yung mga kumakalambog, medyo maingay yung bubong kasi. Okay? So yan. So pag sinabing conclusions and assumptions, so basically in this part, you're given kasi sentences and you have to logically understand the sentence. So either the sentence is a conclusion or either the sentence is an assumption. So ano bang pinagkaiba ng conclusion sa assumption? Pag sinabi kasing conclusion, these are factual concept that is based on general truths. It is a clear stated piece of information. So kumbaga ang pinaka-term dito or ang pinaka-clue nyo, it's final. So pag sinabi kong kasing conclusion, meaning to say, I'm already making a generalization or a final statement based sa mga binigay nating assumption. So let's say I have three assumptions, and if you're gonna use those three assumptions, I'm gonna make a final statement based on that assumption. Kaya yung point or yung ibig sabihin ng general truth, okay, based on general truth, that is based on the assumption. Okay? Then based on that assumption, again, gagawa kayo ng isang final conclusion or final statement dun sa nakuha nyo. Okay? So that's a conclusion. No, pag sinabi namang assumption, ayan, pag sinabi namang assumption, it's a belief or an opinion based on statements. And it is an unstated piece of information. So ayan ang pinagkaiba niya sa conclusion. Kasi yung assumption, it's not yet final. It's not yet. Hindi pa siya yung pinaka-final. And it's basically just a statement or an opinion based on some information. Okay? So, para mas magets nyo siya, ganito. So, for example, pag sinabing, let's say, ang conclusion natin, Daniel loves psychology. So, let's say that's the final statement. That's the general statement natin. So, based on this, let's say, based on this conclusion, anong makukuha nyo pang assumption? Or anong makukuha nyo pang belief? Or ano pang pwede nyong opinion on that part. Okay, syempre again, based dapat dito. Or vice versa. So let's say, ito yung assumption, okay? Ito yung opinion mo lang, ito yung beliefs mo lang, at ano yung mako-conclude mo based on that belief. Kasi may encounter nyo sa exam na to, kahit pagbalik rin nyo yung dalawa, yan talaga yung hinahanap, okay? So pag sinabing Daniel, so let's say, so maa-assume natin, kumbaga, let's say, yan yung conclusion. Ang ma-assume ngayon natin is that Daniel is interested in reading psychology books. Okay, so this is just basically an assumption or a belief based on sa kabila. Or let's say, kung ito naman ang nauna, ito ang binigay, Daniel is interested in psychology book. So basically, we could conclude, okay, na based on this information, again, based on this information, Daniel loves to study psychology. Okay? So, wala namang magiging problema kung anong hanapin. Kung ang conclusion or hanapin is assumption, ang pinaka-technique lang talaga is you have to really logically read each sentences. Okay? I'll teach you naman technique. Gusto ko lang magets nyo kung anong ibig sabihin ng conclusion and assumption. So for example, let's say ito ang assumption, ito ang belief mo. One must be physically active to stay healthy. So let's say yan ang assumption mo. Okay? Then anong mabubuo mong conclusion based dito sa paniniwala mo? Okay? Or baliktad, let's say ito ang conclusion mo. Okay, let's say may nagsabi sa iyo nito, may nagsabi sa iyo nito. Okay, alam mo ba, exercising araw-araw will help improve your overall health. Tapos sumagot ka based dun sa sinabi sa iyo. Okay, na based sa sinabi sa iyo. Ito yung sagot mo. Oo, 'di ba? Kasi if you want to stay healthy, you have to be physically active. So parang nakukuha niyo 'yon. So ang point lang talaga dito, hindi ka pwedeng lumayo kung sa anong binigay sa yung statement. Kasi once na lumayo ka, okay, it becomes illogical or it becomes explicit. So kumbaga you have to stay within the context eh. Kasi yun ang talagang ibig sabihin ng logic eh. So pag sinabing logical reasoning, pag sinabi kasing logic, meaning to say you're forming a or you're drawing a sound conclusion. And saan ka magbe-base ng sound conclusion? Based sa mga information na nakuha mo. So hindi ka pwedeng gumawa ng conclusion illogically. O maga out of the context dun sa mga information na nakuha mo. Okay? Now, so for example, let's say ang sinabi mo is man is a rational being. So kung palalawakin mo to, if you're gonna form beliefs pa or other statement, kailangan hindi ka lalayo sa statement na yan. At this man is a rational being. So kung bubuo ka pa, okay, based on this information, ito yung pinakamaganda mong pwedeng sabihin, di ba? Man is capable of interpreting, examining, and explaining things that is happening around him. So, or let's say, baliktad naman, ito yung binigay sa yung statement. Then, therefore, you concluded that man is a rational being. Okay? So, again, ang pinaka-task nyo lang talaga dito, mga ma'am and sir, or sa mga nanonood, naninibago ko konti nanonood, 148 lang. Usually, nasa 300 or 400 plus yung nanonood. Yeah, maybe because of the weather talaga. Okay? So, ang pinaka-goal nyo dito mga ma'am and sir is that hindi kayo pwedeng lumayo kung ano yung sinabi. Okay? You have to stick within the context, within the structure to make a logical conclusion or a logical reason. Okay? So, let me give you the technique para masagutan nyo siya ng maayos. So, unang-unang technique nyo dyan or ang unang-unang task nyo if you're answering questions like this pagdating sa exam nyo is ito. When you are given a statement, your task is to decide. You have to make a decision. You have to choose whether the assumption or the conclusion is true. And if it is true, automatically is relevant to the conclusion or vice versa yan. Okay, whether the conclusion is relevant to the assumption. So ano ibig sabihin ba ng relevant? If it is true kasi, meaning to say it's relevant din sa ganito mga exam. Pag sinabi kasing relevant, meaning to say it has a connection. Okay, it's related, it's connected, okay? Kumbaga hindi talaga siya dapat nalalayo at the least. Okay? It doesn't mean na pareha sila ng meaning, pero again, kailangan relevant yung meaning. Next yung kailangan gawin dyan is you have to really comprehend. So pag sinabing comprehend, you have to really understand, analyze what you are reading. Kaya nga siguro nauna sa akin dito is English, di ba? Kasi napaka-importante talaga ng English dito. Kasi kung hindi nyo maiintindihan yung binasa nyo, hindi nyo rin talaga to masasagutan ng maayos. Okay? Kaya nga, I'll really give it to Caps, naka-organize kung paano kung paano kayo nagre-review. Kaya nauna sa akin ang English or ang grammar, reading comprehension. Kasi magagamit nyo yung mga na-review nyo before, last 2 days nyo, to answer this type of sentence. You have to really comprehend. Okay? Next naman is, syempre, as you comprehend, how do you do that? You have to use your reasoning. Okay, you have to really explain it out. Okay, kasi pag sinabing reasoning is you have to, uh, yeah, you have to reason it out, you have to explain it out, you have to really analyze, you have to use your critical thinking, kumbaga. And syempre, hindi lang naman ganun. You also have to use your common sense din. Okay, minsan you don't have to complicate things. You just have to look at what you're really reading, and at some point you don't have to look outside the box. Minsan common sense lang din. And basically you have to apply general awareness. I'll explain to you general awareness. Yung parang ginawa ko kanina. Kasi pag sinabing general awareness is ilagay mo yung sitwasyon mo dun sa binabasa mo. Or kumbaga, you put it on a experiential concept. I'll explain it further pa nagbigay tayo ng example. Kasi ito yung pinakamadaling technique eh. Kasi for example, I have students before, from CAPS, na message ako na effective yung general awareness eh. Then lastly, you have to decide whether it's implicit or explicit. So parang ganito siya sa relevant. Pag sinabi kasing implicit, it is direct. Excuse me. Pag sinabing direct, mean to say, meron talaga siyang direct relevance or connection dun sa statement. Pag sinabing explicit, meaning to say indirect, or kumbaga, nalalayo na kasi yung sinasabi. Usually, usually, makikita nyo yung implicit at explicit sa choices. Okay? Pag namili kayo sa choices, wait lang, yung parang, etong choice na to talagang directed dun sa tanong or dun sa binigay na statement. Tapos explicit naman, wait lang, parang nalalayo na siya, parang wala na siyang connection, hindi na siya relevant dun sa binibigay na statement. Okay? So, you'll notice that later pag nag-exercises tayo. Okay? Next naman, another thing that you have to be aware is, ito naman, additional lang, is if it is universal or particular. Napaka-importante kasi yan eh. Pag sinabi kasing universal, meaning to say the statements applies to all. Okay, so for example, if you say all, everyone, or let's say it's a general truth, yan, nakalagay dyan, general truth. So basically, it's universal. So for example, all men are rational. Or let's say kahit walang all, pag sinabing men are rational, that's a general truth. Or let's say everybody likes me. So that's universal. And particular, when you say particular, we're only pertaining to some, or you're pertaining to a portion, or you're pertaining to many. Now, bakit ito dinidiscuss sa inyo to? Kasi pag universal, mag-ingat kayo. You have to really comprehend the statement. Okay? Usually kasi pag universal, medyo dahan-dahan kayo kasi pwedeng magkamali. So for example, let's say everyone likes me. 'Di ba So doon pa lang para ang hirap na mag-conclude na lahat talaga ng tao may gusto sa iyo, or lahat ng tao has an interest on you. You getting the point? Pag particular kasi medyo mas safe yung statement. Okay? So for example, some students are what? Some students are smart. Totoo yun. Pero hindi mo kasi pwedeng i-conclude all students are smart. Nakuha yun? Maliban na lang kung general statement. So pag sinabing general statement or general truth, basically it's a truth that applies to all. No, kumbaga, ang hirap niyang questionin kasi nga, though it's general, pero it's really the truth or something is factual. So kumbaga, if you're gonna say, men are rational, rational naman talaga tayo lahat as human beings. So it's a universal statement that really applies to all. Okay? So for example, all men must respect each other. Okay? You may say na hindi naman natin nare-respeto yung iba eh. Pero by the statement itself, all men must respect each other. So that's a general statement kasi. Okay? So, yeah, you'll get that when we get to exercises. Lastly naman, assumptions as much as possible should be stated in the present tense. If stated in the past or in the future tense, it's likely to be false. Kasi bakit? Ito kasi tapos na. So malabo na natapos na siya eh. So it doesn't, we have to focus on the present eh. So what's really happening right now? Whatever happened in the past kasi could not be applicable in the present anymore. Okay? And if it is in the future tense, again, it's also likely to be false kasi hindi pa siya nangyayari. So it's just a prediction, or it could be it could be just basically a predictive statement lang. Pero again, it's likely lang naman. So depende pa rin kung paano pagkaka-comprehend nyo dun sa statement. Okay? So again, ang pinakatrabaho nyo dito, so before I proceed with the exercises, ang pinakatrabaho nyo po dito, mga ma'am and sir, is to decide. Okay? Kung yung statements ba, either if it is a conclusion or an assumption, it's relevant dun sa binigay sa inyong statement. Kasi kung hindi siya relevant, it's explicit, malayo na siya, it's indirect na siya. But if it is relevant, it's direct. Okay po. And again, paano nyo to gagawin? You have to comprehend, intindihin nyo po mabuti yung binabasa nyo. And next naman po, paano nyo gagawin yon? You have to re-explain it to yourself, parang kinakausap nyo yung sarili nyo. You have to use your common sense. Minsan, hindi nyo kailangan, you don't need, to complicate things. Okay? And lastly, you have to apply it in general awareness. I'll show you later kung anong ibig sabihin ko na general awareness. And again, these are additional tips lang naman. If ever ma-encounter nyo sila, baka makatulong po kasi. Okay? So let's proceed with exercises para magets nyo po yung mga tinutukoy ko dito. Ayan. So example number 1. Ayan. So find the statement that is true according to the given information. So again, ito po yung statement. So, or let's say, ito yung conclusion or ito yung assumption. Now, alin dito sa mga to ang relevant dun sa statement sa taas? Yung po yung trabaho nyo. So, financial assistance must be given to retired senior citizen without pension. So, again, try nyo po. I'll give you 1 minute. So, alin po dyan sa mga yan ang relevant, ang pinaka-relevant basically dito sa statement na to? Ayan. Sige po. I'll give you 1 minute. Again, comprehend nyo po yung binabasa nyo. Huwag po kayong madali kasi mahirap po itong part ng exam nyo. Yeah, you have to comprehend everything. Excuse me po. Good evening po kung may mga taga City of Malabon University dyan. Yeah. Shout out daw para may birthday. Ayan. Kay Jessrel Del Castillo. Happy birthday po. Para tayo nasa podcast. Okay? Okay na? Okay, game. So, paano to gagawin mga sir? I would really suggest you do elimination. Okay, elimination. Siguro naman naturo naman to ng ibang instructor nyo din or lecturer nyo. Diba usually you have to eliminate. So, yeah, walang pasok sa Malabon bukas. So, alin po dyan sa mga yan ang pwede nating tanggalin muna? So, again, comprehend nyo muna to. Intindihin nyo po muna to. So, financial assistance must be given to retired senior citizens without pension. So, anong ibig sabihin nito? So, kailangan daw bigyan kasi may word na must eh. So, kailangan daw natin bigyan ng financial assistance ang mga retired senior citizens na walang pension. So, yun, Tagalogin nyo. Basically, if you want to comprehend, Tagalogin nyo. So, or let's say, bigyan nyo ng sarili nyong explanation. That's what I mean by reasoning. Gamitin nyo ng common sense, di ba? So, anong sabi dyan? So, bigyan daw natin ng financial assistance ang mga retired senior citizen na walang pension. So tanggalan muna tayo. Sa tingin nyo po mga ma'am sir, anong obvious na pwede nating tanggalin na explicit na wala namang koneksyon dito? Basically, ano unang-unang magandang tanggalin? I'll go with letter A. Yeah, you could remove letter A talaga muna. Kasi there's a lot of retired senior citizen without pension. Totoo naman yan. Totoo yan. Okay, walang mali dyan sa statement na yan. Kaso, ang tanong, meron ba siyang connection dito sa statement? Nakuha nyo po? Okay, ang pinag-uusapan natin dito, financial assistance. Hindi naman natin pinag-uusapan kung gaano karami ang retired senior citizen na walang pension. 'Di ba? So, I hope na-gets nyo po yun. O next, ano pang pwede nating tanggalin? Actually, letter B pwedeng tanggalin. Okay? Kasi bakit? Anong nangyari sa B? The government has enough budget to provide financial assistance for retired senior citizen without pension. Totoo naman yon. Tama naman yon. Tama din yung statement na yan. Kaso, hindi naman natin pinag-uusapan yung budget. Di ba? Ang pinag-uusapan natin, dapat nating bigyan ang financial assistance. Hindi natin pinag-uusapan kung may budget ba ang gobyerno o wala. Nakuha nyo po, again, that's how you do elimination. Okay? O next. So anong i-eliminate natin sa dalawa? Kung anong i-eliminate natin sa dalawa, yun ang sagot natin, yung matitira. Okay? So ang pinaka ma-eliminate nyo dyan is letter D. Sorry po. Okay? Kasi obviously mali yung D. Only senior citizens without pension is given financial assistance. Ito mali talaga to. Based dito sa statement. Kasi ang usapan natin is anong kulang sa statement na to? Or anong word ang nagpamali sa statement na yan? Sige nga po. Only, yung word na only, yan, mali talaga yan. Tsaka wala kasi siyang word na retired. Yun ang usapan natin eh. Okay, may mga senior citizens pa nagtatrabaho, di ba? Kaya, nakuha niyo yun. So, mali talaga tong statement na yan. So, ang pinakasagot natin, ang pinakamalapit, there are retired senior citizens without pension that needs financial support. So, ito yung pinaka-relevant doon sa statement natin. Again, ang usapan natin po dito mga ma'am sir is anong pinaka-relevant. Kasi kung anong pinaka-relevant, pinaka-implicit, yun ang pinakatama. Okay? Nakuha po ba? Can I get a reaction kung nagets nyo po kung paano nyo gagawin or paano nyo hahandlein tong exam nyo na to? Okay, good, good. Okay ha? Nagets na ha? Nagets. Okay, good. Okay, game. Number 2 tayo. Okay, game. O yan. The teacher warn her student, if you trouble the class again, I will report you to the dean's office. I'll go. 1 minute. Elimination muna kayo para mas madali po. Sige, 1 minute pa. Jester Lapid daw. Taga Malabon siya. Happy birthday po. Yeah. I hope you're safe sa mga nanonood po. Yeah, konti lang tayo tonight. Hindi tayo mabot 200. Yeah. Usually talaga pag umaatin po dito, nasa 400 kami mahigit eh. Yeah. So, because of the weather siguro. Okay, game. So, again, comprehend muna natin siya. Okay? So, the teacher warns her student. So, may winarningan daw siyang student. Ito sabi ng teacher, if you trouble the class again, so kung nanggulo ka ulit sa klase, ire-report yan daw niya sa dean's office. Okay? So, elimination tayo. So, ano yung mga obvious na mali or obvious na explicit or wala talagang connection? Okay? So, unang-una dyan, ito. Ako, I'll go with letter D to eliminate. Ako, D. D. Ayan. The teacher, the student was reported to the dean's office. Bakit naging mali tong letter D? Wala pa naman kasing nangyaring reporting, tama? Kasi nakalagay lang naman, if you trouble the class, I will report you to the dean. So parang may warn pa nga lang, warning pa lang, 'di ba? Na ire-report kita. So wala pang sinabing may nangyaring reporting. Nakuha niyo yun? So I hope na-gets niyo yun. Next, ano pang pwede nating i-conclude? Ako, I'll go with letter B din. Di ba? B is mali eh. Kasi bakit? Yan. With the warning given, the teacher show hatred towards the student. Oh, wait lang. Ang bigat naman ng conclusion na yan. Di ba? Na porket pinagalitan kita, I hate you na. Nakuha niyo yun? Parang, imagine, parang general awareness. Ito yung point ko sa general awareness na ilagay niyo yung sitwasyon niyo dun sa statement. Wait lang, may sinabi ba na hate na ni teacher yung estudyante? Wala pa naman, 'di ba? Wala naman siya sinabi. Okay? Be aware kumbaga doon sa sitwasyon. Meron ba? Lagay niyo yung sarili niyo doon sa experience or doon sa context. May sinabi ba na gano'n? Wala naman basta sinabi winarningan. Pero wala naman sinabi na hate niya yung estudyante or merong hatred yung teacher doon sa estudyante. Possible pero wala eh. Warning lang naman kasi. Okay? Siguro kung threaten yan, pwede. Pero warning lang eh. O, anong pinakasagot natin? Ang pinakasagot talaga natin is A. Yan. Okay? Ay, bakit puti? Huwag natin gamitin yellow. Puti na lang. Alam. Yeah, let me make it red na lang. Yan. Ay, wait lang. Control C. Yan. Make it red. Ayan. Okay? Kasi bakit? Ito kasi this student is the most troublesome in class. O ang hirap din naman i-conclude niyan, 'di ba? Or ang hirap niyang i-assume na siya ang pinakamagulo sa klase. Okay, though winarningan siya, pero alam mo yun, you're concluding already na ito na ba ang pinakamakulit sa klase? 'Di ba hindi naman? Wala naman ding sinabi. Basta again, ang trabaho nyo po is decide lang kung ano ang pinaka-relevant doon sa statement. Ang pinaka-relevant natin right now, with the warning given, the student may stop troubling the class. Okay, so siguro pag sinumbong siya or dahil winarningan siya, baka huminto na siya sa paggugulo or pagiging pasaway sa loob ng klase. So, nagets po ba ulit? Again, kung nagets niyo po kung ano ang gagawin niyo pagdating sa ganitong exam. Okay? Next, number 2 tayo. Number 3, sorry. Yan. Siyempre, pahirapan ko na kayo ng konti. Pahirapin ng pahirap. Go, 1 minute. Pag medyo nadi-disconnect ako, ay yeah, it's the weather po ha. Huwag po kayong magalit ha. Baka bigla akong mag-lag or what. Ang lakas ng hangin dito eh. Ewan ko naririnig niyo yung bubong namin. Okay, game? Yeah, that's 1 minute. Okay, so again, let's comprehend first the state. Mga ma'am, sir, wag niyong kakalimutan. Intindihin niyo muna yung binabasa niyo. Okay? Kasi pag hindi niyo inintindi yan, malilito kayo kung anong pipiliin niyo or anong tatanggalin niyo. That's logic. Logic and reading comprehension goes hand in hand po talaga. So, student ulit. Education is not about preparing you for life. So, hindi daw tungkol doon ng education. It's life itself. Okay, so kumbaga ang pinaka-conclusion natin dito, education, it's life itself. Okay? So ano mga pinaka-obvious? O tanggalan muna tayo mga ma'am, sir. Anong pinaka-obvious natin? I'll go with letter A. Obvious na mali for me kung titignan ko siya. Education is useless because life is short. 'Di ba? Hala, 'di ba? Kung babasahin mo 'yan, wait lang, wala namang sinabi dito life is short, ha. It's about life, pero it's not about life is short. Okay? So ang layo naman ng letter A. Kumbaga explicit na explicit. Wala talaga siyang koneksyon. Okay? O next, ano pa ba ang mali diyan? Siyempre, obviously, you have to go with letter B. Maling-mali din, 'di ba? Education does not prepare us for life. Parang kinontra mo naman, sa akin lang, for me, parang kinontra mo yung letter, yung pinaka-statement. Kasi nga, yeah, it's not about preparing you for life. It's life itself nga daw eh. So parang kinontra mo naman, okay, yung statement mo sa taas. That's for me lang ha. Ewan ko kung paano nyo inintindi yung isa. O dalawa na lang ulit. Teaches us about life. Education is about having a happy life. So anong pinakamagandang sagot dyan? Okay? Actually, it's what? It's letter C ang pinakasagot natin. Okay, it's C. Bakit hindi pwede si D? Anong nagpamali sa word na D? Anong word? Ewan ko makita nyo. Yan. Okay, good. Yung word na happy kasi. Okay? Yung word na happy. Kasi bakit? Wala naman kasi sinabing about... Ay, excuse me po. Pa-mute po. Ayan. Guys, pa-mute lang kayo. Baka... Yeah, sorry. Ayan. Okay, yung happy life kasi. Guys, life naman is not always about happy, 'di ba? So, education would teach you more than happiness lang talaga. Okay, so balance kumbaga. So, obviously, ang mali natin dito is letter D din. So, yung word kasi na happy. Okay. Pero kung walang happy siguro, education is about, 'di ba? About life or having a life. Yeah, pwede 'yon. Pero right now, so ang pinaka-relevant natin is letter C. Usually din isang technique nyo mga ma'am sir is tignan nyo yung word na nagpamali. Lalo na kung dalawa lang natira. Okay, may word talaga diyan na magpapamali dun sa isa. Or let's say, may word talaga doon na mukha siyang, yung statement mukhang relevant, pero may word na magmumukha siyang irrelevant. Okay, so you have to find the word. Lalo na kung nalilito na lang kayo tapos na-eliminate nyo na yung dalawa. O let's say kung 5 pa yan, 'di ba? You be careful lang talaga. O, next po tayo. Ayan. So 1 minute. Kian is a good, responsible man, for he takes good care of himself and his family. O yan. 1 minute. Hindi mabuti ha. Huwag magmadali. Huwag kayong kumopya. Yung importante dito mga ma'am sir, yung technique. Yun naman ang, yun ang in-enroll nyo dito, yung mga technique na ituturo namin. Sige po, 1 minute. Konti pa. Okay na? Game? Okay, game. So, yeah, tingnan natin. So, Kian daw is a good, responsible man. Siguro naman kung alam nyo kung ano mga meaning niyang mga yan. And takes good care of himself and his family. So yun po yung statement. So alin dyan ang mga obvious na pwede nyo tanggalin? Okay? Una-una pwede nyo tanggalin is ako letter D. D. Mali kagad sa akin yan. Kasi bakit? A good responsible person loves himself. Oo naman, tama naman yun. Walang problema. Kaso kasi kung titignan nyo yung statement, hindi lang naman kasi about sa sarili niya yung statement. Tama po ba? Hindi naman talaga about sa kanya lang. Kasi may nakalagay din na word na family. So kung walang word na family dyan, tama si yung D eh. Kaso may word kasi na family. Okay, so hindi lang tungkol sa kanya. Tungkol din sa ibang tao. Okay, next. Ano pang pwede nating tanggalin yan? Eh kayo, isang obvious talaga yan, letter B. Okay, so sa mga sumagot po ng B, mali yan. Kasi a good, responsible person has a family. Pwede naman yun. Tama naman yung statement na yun. Okay, pero mali din kasi siya at some point. Kasi bakit? Wala namang connection dito eh. Okay? Or let's say, kung titignan nyo yung statement, ito yung sabi ko po sa inyo kanina na universal. A good responsible person has a family. Lahat ba ng good responsible person may family? Yun po yun eh. So doon pala makikita nyo na ito is mali na kagad. Biased, via idea, tapos wala pa siyang connection dito sa statement. I hope na-gets nyo po yun ah. Yung sinasabi ko sa inyong universal. So dito pa lang, this is a universal statement na mali kagad. Na kumbaga parang we're assuming na lahat ng responsible na tao may pamilya, which is hindi naman lahat, di ba? O dalawa na lang mali natin. Ay, dalawa na lang mali natin. Dalawa na lang pagpipilian natin. So anong obvious na tamang sagot dyan? Okay? Ang obvious na tamang sagot dyan is letter A. Okay? Letter A po. Kasi bakit? Bakit hindi pwede si letter C? Okay? A good responsible person is a great and successful person. Wala namang problema yon. If you are a responsible person, basically, you can be a great and successful person. Totoo yun, diba? Hindi mo naman magagawa yung dalawa na yan kung hindi ka responsable. Pero ang point kasi dito, may sinasabi ba dito about dito yan? Diba? Though tama ito by idea, pero by relevance, wala siyang relevance dito. Di ba po? Di naman natin pinag-uusapan na si Kian is great and responsible person. Ang pinag-uusapan lang natin dito is inaalagaan niya yung mga bagay na importante sa kanya. Okay? Nakuha. So, inaalagaan niya yung mga bagay na importante sa kanya, which is ano yon? Himself, tsaka his family. Okay? So, that's number 4. Yes po, meron ding shapes sa NAPOLCOM. Kaya yung tomorrow nyo po is abstract. I'll discuss abstract. So, tomorrow. Actually, exercises lang naman bibigay ko doon. Okay? So, are we good with number 4? Okay, let's proceed with number 5. Ayan. Some students find it difficult to concentrate while listening to music. O baka kayo, ganyan kayo. Huwag niyong intindihin yung content ng exam. Ang intindihin niyo yung technique kung paano sinasagutan yung exam. Ito medyo mahirap to. Marami na hihirapan dito sa example ko na to. Kaya nahalo-halo na yung sagot nyo. Okay, 1 minute pa. 1 minute. Less than 1 minute. Bilis ng oras, 9 o'clock na pala. Okay, game. Okay, game. So, let's start. Okay, good, good. Ay, sorry. Ano yun? Nawala. Ayun. Sorry. Okay, game. So, ano sabi dito? May mga estudyante lang. So, particular lang yung statement natin. Particular lang. Some students find it difficult, so nahihirapan daw sila, na mag-aral at mag-concentrate kapag may music. Actually, ako ganito minsan eh. So, nahihirapan ka mag-concentrate at mag-aral pag may music. So, elimination muna tayo, mga ma'am, sir. So, ano yung obvious na mali? Ano obvious na mali? Ako, A. A, mali yan. There are students who doesn't like music. Wala naman sinabing ganon, di ba? Ang layo naman. Walang sinabing ganon. Ang usapan lang natin, nahihirapan mag-aral at mag-concentrate ng may music. Pero wala naman sinabi na they don't like, okay, music. Okay? O next. Ano pa yung obvious na mali natin? Again, ang usapan natin dito is nahihirapan. Okay? At mag-concentrate ng walang music. Ang obvious na mali is letter D. Okay? Some students don't have focus and are easily distracted. Tama naman to. Walang problema yung letter D. Wala siyang problema. Tama yung statement na yan. Kaso, hindi yan yung pinag-uusapan natin sa taas. Ang pinag-uusapan natin dito, mga ma'am sir, is yung difficulty nila mag-aral at mag-focus kapag may music. Hindi natin pinag-uusapan dito yung estudyante na walang focus at madaling mag-distract. Nakuha niyo po yung pinagkaiba. Ulitin ko po yun. Ang pinag-uusapan natin dito is yung nahihirapan yung ibang estudyante mag-aral at mag-focus ng may music. Na hindi natin dito pinag-uusapan, okay, na nahihirapan na na hindi sila marunong mag-focus at they are easily distracted. Okay? So I hope na-gets nyo po yun. Wala ang connection yun. Ang layo. O kung maga lumis ka ng topic, nalis ka ng topic. O anong sagot natin? Anong sagot natin? It's letter, tinan nyo to malilito kasi kayo dito. There are students who prepare studying with music. Some students prepare to study in silence. So anong pinakasagot natin? It's letter, it's letter C po. It's C. Ay, bakit ganito ulit? Okay. It's letter C po. Some students prepare, sorry. Bakit hindi kasi si letter B? There are students who prepare studying with music. Okay? Tama naman yon. Kaso ang usapan kasi natin dito is yung difficulty and to concentrate. So meaning to say, okay, mas focus tayo doon sa mas nakakapag-aral in silence. Okay? Kasi nga, 'di ba? Ah, difficulty na tayo. Nandun tayo sa difficulty. Yung word na difficulty ang tatalo kasi diyan. Okay, to study and concentrate. And we're not basically talking about who prepare to study in music. Nakukuha niyo po 'yon. Kasi ang usapan natin is yung difficulty, yung mga student na may difficulty. Okay? So that's letter B. Sorry, that's letter C. Okay? Okay. Nakakalito siya, no? So, titignan nyo lang talaga kung ano yung pinakamala. Pero na ito lang pahirap, mga ma'am, sir. Okay? Okay, next. Ayan. Alam ko 12 to eh. So, may 6 pa tayo. O, 1 minute. Okay? Okay. Okay, good. Time's up. So, game. Religion plays a key role in shaping our moral judgment. So, religion daw is may trabaho, kaya key role or may ganap sa pag-shape ng moral judgment. So, ano mang ibig sabihin ng moral judgment? 'Di ba? Deciding if it is right and wrong o mga magiging trabaho niyo 'yan, 'di ba? Kayo ang pangasiwa ng tama o mali, 'di ba? So, it's about right and wrong. So, elimination muna tayo. So, alin yung obvious na mali? Ako letter B, maling-mali yan. Okay, religion is always right. Joke lang. So, mga religious person dyan, hindi sila laging tama. Okay? Yung isa pwedeng tama, yung isa, di ba? They have their own beliefs pero it doesn't really mean that they are always right. Okay? So, yan, religion is always right. O, sir, ano bang pwede natin tanggalin? Letter C, obviously, mali. Okay, kasi bakit? Religion and the state should go hand in hand in shaping our moral judgment. Bakit naging mali? Anong word ang nagpamali sa letter C? Yung state. Wala namang usapan yung state sa umpisa ha. Ang layo. 'Di ba? Tama naman to. Again, tama ito. Kaso ang tanong, mayroon bang relevance or meron ba siyang connection with the statement given above? Okay? So mukhang wala naman. Ang usapan natin religion lang. Pero kung may state diyan, tama 'to. Pero wala eh. We're just focusing on religion. Dalawa na lang. Religion sets up a standard for right and wrong. A life without religion is an ethical way of living. So anong mali? D ang mali. Bakit? Anong pinaka-word na nagpamali dito? Without. Yeah, yung word na without. Yung without. Di naman ibig sabihin pag wala kang religion, unethical ka na mabuhay, 'di ba? Ang bigat naman na conclusion noon or assumption nyo na paano yung mga walang religion? So hindi na nila alam kung ano ang tama o mali. Nakuha niyo 'yun, 'di ba? So basically, religion sets up a standard. Totoo naman 'yan. If you have a religion, so sa mga religious person diyan, 'di ba, mga ma'am sir, you know naman, if you have a certain religion, it sets up your moral judgment, 'di ba? It gives you a standard of what's right and wrong, 'di ba? If depende sa religion na pina-follow niyo, 'di ba? So, if you're Catholic, Muslim, Iglesia ni Cristo, you have your own standards of right and wrong. So, it shapes naman talaga. Okay? So, that's number 6. I hope na-gets nyo kung bakit natanggal tong mga to. Yan din ang importanteng kailangan nyo malaman bakit natanggal yung mga yan. Kasi ganyan din po ang gagawin nyo sa exam. Okay, ito namang mga binibigay ko hindi naman ito posibleng lumabas, malay nyo lumabas, malay nyo hindi. Okay? Yung iba diyan gawa-gawa ko lang din talaga. Okay, game. Next. Ayan. Some people who live in squatter areas are economically rich. Okay, 1 minute po. I hope you're getting the idea na kung paano sagutan to. Siyempre, bukas reviewin natin. Mas matagal tayo bukas kasi mga ano to mga introduction pa lang natin. So may final coaching pa naman tayo. Okay, game? So some people daw in squatters area are economically rich. May mga nakatira daw na tao sa squatter na economically rich. So pag sinabing economically rich, may kaya, 'di ba? Meron talagang kaya. Economically rich eh. So siguro above poverty line. No, hindi siguro above poverty line talaga 'yan. Okay? So game, anong obvious na mali? Mukhang tama lahat 'yan, 'di ba? Pero may obvious na mali diyan. Anong pinaka-obvious na mali? Yung obvious talaga. Actually, it's letter what? It's letter A. A ang pinaka-obvious na mali diyan, A. Kasi bakit? Squatters are very rich individuals. Tingnan niyo ito yung sinasabi kong particular tsaka universal ulit kung natatandaan niyo po. Okay? Some nga eh. Ito tama na yan. Meaning to say, hindi lahat. Pero kasi dito bigla mong nilahat. Diba? Parang sinabi mo lahat na nakatira sa squatters are mayayaman. May iba talagang mayaman dyan. May iba talagang may kaya dyan. Pero huwag mong lalahatin na lahat sila mayaman. Kung mayaman yan, wala yan sa squatter. Tama? Okay, kung lahat yan, hindi mo makikita, wala tayong makikitang squatter kung lahat yan mayaman. You getting the point? So dito kasi pinarticular mo tapos bigla mo ditong universal, 'di ba? So I hope na-gets niyo po 'yon. So talaga nagkamali si letter A diyan. Okay, game. O ano pang obvious? Anong obvious? Yes, letter C, obvious. Kasi bakit? Squatters are individual who occupies a piece of land or property with no legal claim to the property. So ano nangyari? Ang pinag-uusapan ngayon sa letter C is squatters. 'Di ba? Parang wait lang. Tama naman 'to. Ito talaga ibig sabihin ng squatters eh. O baka ma-men, sir, porket mahaba 'yun ang isagot nyo ah. Hindi ganyan ang exam. Okay? Baka kasi ang haba-haba ng letter C, yun ang nga lang sagot ko. Hindi porket yun yung pinakamahaba, yun yung magiging sagot nyo. Or let's say yun yung pinakamaiksi, yun yung magiging sagot nyo. So, ang nagkamali dyan sa C is ang usapan kasi napunta talaga sa literal na squatters. Though tama ito, by definition, yan naman talagang ibig sabihin ng squatters, diba? Who occupies a piece of land, pero wala ka naman talagang papers or evidence na sa'yo talaga yung lupa na yon. So that is a squatter. Kaso ang usapan kasi natin dito, mga squatters na economically rich. So anong sagot? B or D? Mukhang magkalapit eh. Anong sagot? It's what? It's letter D. Kasi bakit? Ang usapan is economically rich. Pag sinabing economically rich, may kaya ka talaga. Okay? You have the financial capabilities. Diba? Kasi dito, anong word dito? Ang nagkamali, dalawang word ang nagkamali dyan. Ang nagpamali, nakala nila ito. Yung isa is survive, yung isa, is employed. Employed. Mukhang tama ito po. Siyempre, kung employed ka, may pera ka. Pero yung survive kasi, 'di ba? Yeah, some of us are surviving lang economically rich. So if you're just surviving economically, you're not economically rich. Nakuha niyo po yung pinagkaiba. Kasi you're just surviving. Kumbaga, nabubuhay ka talaga lang sa pang-araw-araw. Nabubuhay ka lang sa labas ng pasok ng pera. 'Di ba? So hindi ka economically rich basically. Kasi if you're really economically rich, you're financially capable. Okay? Na talagang may pumapasok na pera, may pinagkukuhanan ka, at hindi ka surviving, kumbaga. Aminin natin, yung iba surviving lang, 'di ba? Okay, pero meron talaga, aminin naman din talaga natin, meron talaga sa mga squatters area na, ewan ko kung may mga nakatira dito sa squatters area na talagang, mayaman talaga, 'di ba? Talagang debato yung bahay, kompleto sa assets, may aircon, 'di ba? May aircon, may cable, okay? 'Di ba? Kompleto, as in kompleto sila eh. So may kaya talaga. So I hope na-gets yung meaning na economically rich. Okay? Meaning to say you're not surviving lang, okay? You're really capable of living. Though mayroon ka talagang financial means. Okay? So, our hope na gets nyo yung explanation ko na yun. Okay? So, yun po. So, that's number 7. Nakakalito siya, diba? Kasi pwede rin naman sagot to eh. O nga no. Pwede na lang sagot yan. Kaso nga lang, usapan natin, ito kasi. Itong word na yan, economically rich. Okay, game. Next. Number 8. Ayan. Kunti na lang. Tapos, break tayo. Ito madali lang to eh. Baka maswerte lang kayo dito. May ganitong lumabas. Actually, madali ito eh. 1 minute ko pa ba kayo rito? Pero at least pinag-isipan niya, walang sumagot kaagad. Kala ko may sasagot kaagad eh. Okay, yeah. The answer is letter C, obviously. It's C. Yeah, wala rin bababain to. Pang-relax ko lang to. Itong tanong na to. Okay, letter C. So ano man nangyari? So itong dalawa nag-meet daw sa Robinson Palace around 10. Tapos, sinama na yung ni Daniel si Carlo doon sa mall. Okay? Obviously, si A naman mali. Ano, upset kagad si Kela kay Daniel dahil dinala niya si Carlo. Wala namang sinabi dito, 'di ba? Walang sinabi rito 'yon. So, it's very irrelevant. Oh, 'di ba parang ang pangit mo ng conclusion mo or ang pangit ng assumption mo, 'di ba? Na sinabi mong upset ito doon sa kaibigan, kay Daniel dahil dinala niya si Carlo. Okay? All of them ate at McDonald's after the meeting. Oh, wait lang. Grabe ka naman mag-assume, 'di ba? Grabe ka naman mag-conclude. Nako niyo yung ayaw na gets yung assumption tsaka conclusion, 'di ba? Na kumain sila ng McDonald's given na ito lang ang information mo. Okay? Actually, tama sana tong Carlo was an invited guest. Mukhang tama naman siya. Kaso, malay ba natin baka pinag-usapan nila to, okay, na isasama nila to. Okay? Pero hindi natin masabi talaga kung si Carlo is uninvited guest. So, ang pinaka-safe yung conclusion niyan, all of them meet by 10 a.m. in the mall. Okay? Kasi itong uninvited guest, hindi nyo pa masasabi yan dito. Okay? Malay nyo, pinag-usapan nila tong dalawa na isama to. Diba? Okay? Or kung hindi nila pag-usapan, basically, is an invited guest. So, ang hirap naman mag-conclude. Okay? So, yun po. Yan. So, next, number 9. Konti na lang. Ito nakakalito to pag hindi nyo to naintindihan. Depende kung anong oras ko po matapos yung goal ko ngayong araw. Yeah. Siguro 11 ang pinakamatagal natin. 11. Nakuha nyo kaagad ah. Last time may mga nalilito dito eh. Pero explain ko kung bakit dapat magets nyo to. Kasi may mga ganitong lumalabas eh. Okay na? Okay, game. Game. So, Christine daw is sexier. So, pag sinabing sexier, ay sorry. Ayan. O last na pala 10 lang. So pag sinabing sexier, mas sexy, 'di ba? Mas sexy daw si Christine kaysa kay Claudine. Nakuha. So anong pinakasagot? Huwag na tayo mag-elimination. Siyempre, sagot ito. Eliminate natin to. None of them is sexy. may sexier nga eh. So may sexy sa kanila. So hindi nyo pwedeng sabihin none, di ba? So ano pinakasagot? It's letter B. Okay? Both of them are sexy. Hindi pwedeng ito lang. Okay? Hindi pwedeng ito lang din. Bakit? Guys, eto makinig kayo ah. Yung iba nalilito dito. Guys, hindi nyo pwedeng sabihin na si Claudine hindi siya sexy. Sexy din siya. Kaso mas sexy ito. Kasi paano mo nasabing sexier si Christine? Sa mga ganitong statement, makinig po ah. Kailangan dito meron kang point of comparison. Okay? At sino ang point of comparison? Si Claudine. 'Di ba? Si Claudine ang point of comparison mo. So hindi mo ngayon pwedeng sabihin na si Claudine hindi siya sexy. Kasi yung standard ng sexy nanggaling kay Claudine. Naku nanggaling kay Claudine yung standard ng sexy. Kaya mas naging sexier si Christine. Okay? So hindi nyo pwedeng sabihin ngayon na hindi sexy si Claudine. Na si Christine lang ang sexy. Nakuha po ba? Kaya both of them are sexy. Nagkataon lang na may mas sexier sa kanila, which is si Christine. Are we clear? Okay? Parang ganun yan pag sinabi mo, alam mo mas pogi ka kay ano. Let's say sinabi sa'yo, alam mo mas pogi si ano sa'yo. So sinasabi mo, mapangit ako. Hindi. Ikaw yung point of comparison eh. So pogi ka din. Okay? Mas may pogi lang sa'yo. Diba? Or let's say, alam mo mas matalino si ano sa'yo. So sinasabi mo ba, hindi ako matalino? Tanga-tanga ako? Hindi. Matalino ka. Okay, ikaw yung point of comparison. Eh. Meron lang mas matalino sa'yo. Nakakaintindihan ha? Kasi na-apply yan sa pang-araw-araw na buhay or sa pang-araw-araw nyo conversation. Nagko-conclude kayo na sinasabihan kayo na hindi kayo ganon kasi may sinabi lang ng mas angat sa inyo. Hindi, kayo yung point of comparison panagkataon. 'Di ba? Alam mo mas mayaman si ano sa'yo. So sinasabi mo ba mahirap ako? Hindi. Mas mayaman lang siya sa'yo. So mayaman ka din. Okay? Ikaw yung point of comparison. Are we clear? Nakuha po ba? Okay? Pag nakarinig kayo ng ganyan na sa araw-araw yung conversation, hinay-hinay sa hinay-hinay sa conclusion or sa assumption. Okay? Okay. Next. Ayan. Last. Last statement natin. O baka nagmamadali kayo Ay, isang oras na pala tayo. Galing isang oras na yun. Kanamig ng panahon. Ngumig na yung kape ko. Okay, game. Sige, okay na yan. Wala pa palang 1 minute. Okay, game. So, ano sabi dito? Everyone in the accounting department. Okay, so everyone. So, this is universal. So, lahat daw ng nasa accounting department. Except, kasi may word na except, si Danny. So, hindi daw kasama si Danny dun sa accounting department will go through the promotion. Okay, I hope na-gets nyo yun. So, lahat ng nasa accounting department, kasama sa promotion process, maliban kay Danny. O wag yun ang isipin kung ano nangyari kay Danny kung hindi siya kasama. Okay? Common sense, kumbaga, wag niyo masyadong palakihin yung sitwasyon. Okay, kung anong binigay sa inyong information. Ayan. So anong pwede nating conclusion? Ano tayo? Elimination muna tayo. Okay, pinaka-obvious na elimination natin. It's letter C. Pinaka-obvious elimination. The accounting department hates Danny. Hinahinay ka naman sa pag-conclude or sa pag-assume. Diba? Though hindi siya kasama, wala naman sinabi dyan na they hate Danny. Okay? O next. Anong obvious na mali? Yes, letter D. Yan. Danny will never get promoted. Wala namang sinabing ganun. Okay? Though hindi siya kasama sa proseso, hindi naman natin pwedeng sabihin na hindi na talaga siya mapopromote. Naku, ang bigat naman ng conclusion mo, si Danny hindi na yan mapopromote, di kasi kasama sa proseso. Okay? Siguro there are some reasons kung bakit siya kasama sa proseso. Pero hindi niyo siya pwedeng kasing sabihin na never na talaga siya mapopromote. Okay? Maybe sa susunod siya sasama, diba? O next, o dalawa na lang. So anong pinakasagot? Ang pinakasagot nyo dyan is letter A. Hindi po si letter B. Okay. Bakit hindi pwede si letter B? Sa tingin nyo, ano nangyari kay B? Actually, tama naman si B. Everyone will go through the promotion process. Ano nangyari? Ano nangyari dito? Ewan ko may makaka-notice. Not to say yung word na everyone. Okay? Yeah, dahil kasi may word na expect kasi. So, hindi lahat. Diba? At pangalawa, ito pa, yeah, very good na notice nung iba. Kasi may word kasi na expect. So, hindi naman lahat. So, nasaan si Danny? Diba? Eh, hindi nga lahat eh. Nawala si Danny doon sa everyone. 'Di ba? At pangalawa naging problema nyo kasi dito, inulit mo lang 'to. Naulit lang. So parang hindi ka naman nag-conclude. 'Di ba? Eh ang pinaka-point ng statement mo si Danny, 'di ba? Na hindi kasama si Danny. So parang inulit mo lang. Inulit mo lang. So for example, si may nagsabi sa iyo, alam mo ba lahat tayo will go to the promotion process. Oo nga eh, tayong lahat daw eh, under promotion process, 'di ba? Pero nakakarindi 'yun eh. Yung inulit yung sinabi mo, 'di ba? Sarap sampalin. Sinabi ko na nga, inulit mo pa eh, 'di ba? So, 'di ba? So, alam niyo I hope nag-gets yung sinabi ko, 'di ba? Yun ang mahirap diyan eh. So, parang isa rin titignan niyo diyan 'pag naulit. Okay, sa statement as a assumption and conclusion. Dapat hindi na siya nauulit. Okay, kasi dapat bago yung conclusion or yung conclusion at least relevant pa rin do'n, newly stated siya. Bawal kasi yung inulit mo lang. Okay, hindi na siya conclusion, you're just repeating the same idea over and over. And again, ang pinaka-reason niyan kasi may word na expect. So, itong everyone na yan, wala naman si Danny diyan. Okay? So, that's conclusion and assumption. Are we good? Okay? So, I'll stop there muna dito. Balikan natin 'to bukas kasi may bago tayong topic. Okay? Or break muna kayo, gusto nyo ba? Break muna? Break muna tayo, mga 5 minutes, yeah, or 10 minutes. Okay, sige, break muna tayo, 10 minutes. Yeah. Break muna tayo 10 minutes. Sa oras ko is 9:37. So, balik kayo ng 9:47. Okay? 9:47. 10 minutes lang, huwag tayo magtagal para hindi tayo mahilo-hilo na. Okay? Kasi next nyo is word analogy. Ayan. So yeah, have your break muna. Ayan, pause ko lang muna yung video natin. Ay, sorry. Excuse me po. Ayan. So this is part 2. So commonly kasi ma-encounter nyo, then part of logical reasoning, guys, is word analogy. Now, you may consider this like part of your English, part of the exam. Kaso this is part of reasoning talaga. Kasi you have to really analyze, reason out how the words are being used analogically or logically, kumbaga. Kaya this is part of logical reasoning. Some kasi would ask, Sir, bakit siya nandito sa logical reasoning at wala siya dun sa English part? Kasi this is basically how the word are being analyzed talaga or being used in context. So, kaya siya nandito again. So, tips na lang in terms of how to answer this before I give you samples later on po. So, ito yung isa sa medyo mahaba nating di-discuss tonight. Okay? So, unang-una is basically you have to be familiar with the meaning of the term. So dapat alam nyo talaga yung ibig sabihin ng salita. Kasi kung hindi nyo talaga alam yung salita, kung ano man ang ibig sabihin ng dictionary meaning nun, hindi nyo din talaga siya masasagutan ng mas mahirap or ng mas madali. Actually, you have two forms of meaning logically. The first one is majority meaning or yung tinatawag nating conventional. Usually, ito naman yung ginagamit. Pero somehow, maybe you could encounter during your test, it's a sign or yung symbolical meaning. Ano bang ibig sabihin nitong dalawa? So for example, let's say, dito muna tayo sa conventional na meaning. So pag sinabing conventional, meaning to say majority. So pag narinig yung salita na yon, what would the majority would tell or would say about that term or about that word? Okay? So for example, let's say ang term is pen. Okay? So pag narinig ng nakakarami kung ano yung salitang pen, what would be the definition or the meaning of the pen, 'di ba? So usually when you hear the word pen, majority, anong isasagot nyo? Ano isasagot nyo, 'di ba? So it would be writing. It would be for writing, 'di ba? So pansulat siya. So that's the meaning of that term. Okay? For example, let's say if the meaning is mirror, or yung salita is mirror, what is the conventional meaning for mirror? So yung again, definition ng nakakarami. So basically, mirror, 'di ba? It would be reflection. Nyo, wala naman, 'di ba? Tama, reflection. Okay? So let's say, how about school? Pag narinig yung salitang school, ano kaya ang conventional meaning ng school? O yeah, pwedeng class, 'di ba? Class. Ano pa? 'Di ba? Education. 'Di ba? O yan, 'di ba? O, nakikita nyo, parehas tayo ng meaning. Parehas tayo ng meaning, 'di ba? Kasi bakit? Nakakarami. Okay, so pag nagtanong tayo, itanong nyo siya sa majority, yan ang sasabihin. Nakuha, 'di ba? So that's conventional. So yan ang pwede nyong gamitin pag nasasagutan, pag narinig yung salita. So usually mga common terms, pwede yan. Kaso kung malalim yung salita at wala kayong familiarity doon sa salita, you have to go with my next tip. Okay? So pag sinabi namang sign, okay, ito yung mas malalim na meaning ng salita. Kasi bakit? You're talking about here as a representation of the term. So mean to say symbolical. Diba? So kumbaga, hindi siya yung mismong term. The term is being used symbolically or representative. So for example, let's say, pag sinabing pen, hindi nyo na pwedeng lagay dyan writing. For example, let's say, tanongin ko kayo, ano pa kaya ang ibig sabihin ng pen na mas malalim? 'Di ba? Aside from, again, it has to be a different word na symbolical na nga eh, or it's a representation, 'di ba? Pen, apple pen. Diyos ko, apple pen daw. O sagot mo sa exam yan na. Okay. So basically one sign for pen is expression, 'di ba? Expression, 'di ba? So, kumbaga, iyan ba talaga ang meaning ng pen? Hindi, 'di ba? Expression, 'di ba? Ayan, 'di ba? Power, pwede, 'di ba? Power. Kasi bakit? Your pen is power. So, symbolical. Nakuha niyo 'yon? Symbolical. So, hindi siya yung mismong direktang meaning ng term because again, it's used in another way. And the other way, again, is symbolically. Okay? O next, how about mirror? So, doon tayo ulit sa mirror. Mirror. Ayan. So, ano kayang another term or reflection, another, or what could be as symbolically? Okay, yeah, truth pwede. Truth, 'di ba? Truth, tama, truth. 'Di ba? Or let's say self, ayan, tayo. Self. Nasa isip ko din self, 'di ba? Truth, self, 'di ba? O parehas ba? Parehas ba ng parehas ba talaga yung meaning ng mirror tsaka self? 'Di ba hindi? Okay, kasi nga representation lang. Nakukuha ba? Nakukuha niyo yung pinagkaiba ng dalawa. How about school? Symbolic for school. Yeah, future, 'di ba? Pwede, future. Okay, career, pwede rin. Career, knowledge, 'di ba? Knowledge. Ayan, may sumagot ng knowledge. 'Di ba? So again, kasi it's a representation. Yung studies, hindi. Yung studies, that would be for conventional. Conventional. Pero itong mga to, yan, 'di ba? Pasok yan sa sign or sa symbolic. Naku, so I hope na-gets nyo po yung ah, meaning. Okay. Meaning. So, pag nahihirapan kayo sa meaning, balik lang po kayo. Balik lang po kayo sa salitang conventional. Okay, wait lang. Ano bang ibig sabihin ng nakakarami panarinig tong salitang to? Balik kayo doon. O let's say, depende kung paano ginamit yung salita. Okay. Alin kaya sa mga word na to ang nagre-represent doon sa word na to? Okay. So, makikita nyo po siya dyan. Okay? So, next natin is, ayan, balik daw. Ayan po, So, sisend ko tong PowerPoint na to. Okay? Ayoko lang muna isend kagad kasi maganda yung napanood nyo na tapos nagigets yung PowerPoint. So, next po is improve your vocabulary. Now, there are terms po talaga or there are words na siguro talaga hindi kayo magiging familiar. So, ang pinaka-suggestion ko po, bago mag-exam, mga ma'am, sir, is improve your vocabularies na. Kasi magagamit nyo din naman to sa English eh. So, as much as possible po, you read. Magbasa kayo ng libro. Kung manonood kayo ng Netflix, manonood kayo ng movie, I would really suggest English po ang panoorin nyo. Wag muna po Tagalog na movie. English po. Tapos kung may mga words kayo narinig doon, kunin nyo, isulat nyo, hanapin nyo yung definition sa Google or sa dictionary. Or let's say po, mag-download kayo ng word games na apps. Okay, like Wordscape, 4 picks, 1 word, kung buhay pa yon. Ako po kasi Wordscape ang meron ako sa cellphone. Yung mga word apps, okay, manood po kayo ng maglaro po kayo. Let's say right now po, kung gusto niyo talaga pumasa ng exam na to, yun po ang gawin yung spare time. Kaysa maglaro kayo ng ML or let's say iba pang mag-scroll sa social media, mag-practice po kayo sa mga apps na yon. Or let's say magbasa kayo ng libro, magbasa kayo ng dyaryo, or kung manonood kayo, I would really suggest English po. Or kung may subtitle, yun po. Tapos kuha kayo ng word doon. Let's say may sinabi sila, di nyo naintindihan, and then go, isulat nyo po. Tapos hanapin nyo po yung meaning. Or let's say maglaro kayo ng apps. Kasi sa apps po, like yung Wordscape, may mga words doon, tapos pwede nyo pong i-click para lumabas yung dictionary meaning niya. So right now po, napaka-importante niya. Kasi yung iba po dito, ang kalaban nyo, etong dinidiscuss ko, English tsaka math. Tama po ba? So hindi nyo po talaga siya gagawa ng paraan, mahihirapan kayo. So kaya po ang pinaka-suggestion ko is improve your vocabularies. You really need to improve your vocabulary. Kailangan nyo po kasi ng enough reservoir for your vocabulary. Hindi yung puro alam nyo lang na common word. Usually sa mga ganitong exam, hindi common words ang lumalabas. Kaya mas better if you have a rich vocabulary arsenal. So that's my tip. So right now po talaga hanggat wala pang exam, magbasa, mag-download ng apps na yon, makinig kayo. Makinig kayo ng podcast, usually it's pure English. Then again, if you have words there na first time nyo narinig, hindi nyo naintindihan, isulat nyo sa papel, tapos hanapin nyo po yung meaning. Para at least, di ba, swertehin kayo, lumabas yung narinig yung word na yon. O, di ba? Ay, alam ko to, narinig ko to. O, yun, di ba? Then, may masasagot ka talaga. Okay? I would suggest Wordscape. Wordscape. Ewan ko tama spelling. Wordscape. Ayan, yan ata spelling yan. Wordscape. Yan ang pinakamaganda. Para siyang crossword puzzle kasi. Tapos 4 picks 1 word, pwede din. 4 picks 1 word. Meron pa yata ang apps nun eh. Kasi may nakita ko estudyante ko yun ng laro eh. Ayun. Tapos last naman po is for word analogy, you understand how the words are being played out in the question. So ito po yung isang pinaka-importante. So paano ba nilaro yung salita dun sa question? So basically, paano siya nilaro? You could have the 3 po kasi. You have the 6 eh. It could be contrary, correlative, privative, univocal, equivocal, tsaka analogous. So ito yung pinaka-importante po rito, paano siya nilaro dun sa tanong. So for example po, isa-isay natin yan. Pag sinabing contrary, technique lang po ito ha, technique. So pag sinabing contrary po kasi, is our group sets or not exact opposite. Some people kasi would say, it's the exact opposite ng salita. Pag sinabing kontra nga, contrary. Pero no po, it's just part of the group or part of the set, pero hindi po sila exact opposite. So for example po, blue, yellow, 'di ba? Red, these are part of a color. Okay? Pero they're part of a set. Pero hindi po sila exact opposite. You can never say po that the exact opposite of red is blue. Diba? At hindi nyo rin po masabi, ang exact opposite ng blue is yellow. Kasi they are all part of a set. Yun po ang ibig sabihin ng contrary. O, next po, part of contrary rin po is our degree or level. So, kumbaga nagle-level up. So, for example, slow, average, pass. Or let's say good, better, and best. So, hindi sila exact opposite. Hindi nyo po pwedeng sabihin ang exact opposite ng best is worse kasi may worse pa yan sa unahan eh. Worse. Okay? So again, they are part of a group or a set. Pag sinabi naman pong correlative, ito naman po may word tayo ng relative, meaning to say the words are dependent on each other. Pag sinabi pong dependent, meaning to say, kung wala po yung isang word, the other word would not exist. So for example, hindi po kayo pwedeng tawaging master kung wala kayong servant. At you cannot be called a servant if you don't have a master. Same here, you cannot be called a student if you don't have a teacher. And you cannot be called a teacher without having students. So let's say employee, employer. You cannot be called an employee kung wala kang employer. Kasi bakit? These terms are dependent with each other. Okay? So again, titingnan, ito again, hindi dinidiscuss ko po mga ma'am sir, is how the words are being played out in the question. Okay? Kasi usually yan ang papansin ninyo. Kasi yung choices nyo naka-base kung paano nilaro yung tanong. Yan, tama po yan. Mother, children. Hindi ka pwedeng tawagin mother nang wala kang children. Now, yung privative, ito po yung usually exact. Not to say at the least exact na exact, pero it's more on the imperfection and the perfection of the terms. Kumbaga, parang na siyang exact opposite. For example, true tsaka false. 'Di ba? Blind and sighted. Okay? So yung isa kasi perfection, yung isa imperfection nung isa. Nakuha po ba? Okay? So kung hindi kasi yan true, so what's the imperfection of true? And basically it's false. Siyempre ang imperfection ng nakakakita, okay, is bulag. So, imperfection. So, I hope na-gets nyo po siya. Univocal naman, they have independent meaning. Usually, conventional. Okay? Pag sinabing independent meaning, ano siya, ang tawag po doon, usually, ang hinahanap din kasi sa choices, yung meaning ng salita. Okay? So, that's univocal. So, you just find the meaning of the term dun sa choices. Equivocal, dito po kayo mag-ingat. Kasi equivocal are usually homonyms. Pag sinabing homonyms, these are yung mga same spelling, different meaning, 'di ba? Same sound, different meaning, tapos different spelling, pero same sound tapos different meaning. So for example, ice tsaka ice, 'di ba? Same sound, different spelling, different meaning. Ito book, book. Same spelling, same sound, pero different meaning. Ano kayang meaning nitong book, book? Sige nga po, anong meaning niyang book, book na 'yan? Itong book na 'to, ano kaya 'tong book na 'to? O libro, yung isa. Yung book, booking. Booking. Anong booking? Anong another term sa booking? Reserve, ayan, make an appointment. Okay, booking. Pwede naman yun, booking. Pero, yeah, reserve. Di ba? Make a reservation or make an appointment. Okay? Okay. Kasi booking is, yeah. Tama naman booking, 'di ba? Pero yung ibang term kasi, okay, you have to find the other term. Okay, yan. Joke nyo naman ako eh. Pinapatawa ko lang kayo. Baka inaantok na kayo. So yan. So next naman natin is analogous. So analogous, it's sign. Okay? Sign. So ito kasi conventional, yung univocal, ito sign. Okay? So ulitin ko lang po ah. So ano mga technique natin ulit? Ha? So be familiar with the meaning, conventional ba or sign, improve your vocabulary para po at least alam nyo kung madagdagan pa yung mga words or terms na alam nyo po. And syempre po, again, find out how the word is being played in the question. Is it contrary, correlative, privative, univocal, equivocal, and analogous? Okay po ba? So, we proceed with the, ayan, bold ko lang to. Ayan. We proceed with the questions. Okay, game. O yan. Number 1, tsaka number 2. I'll give you 2 minutes. Hindi, 1 minute lang. Kaya nyo yan. Okay. So, husband is to wife, blank is to blank. So, ano kayong sagot dito? Sige, 1 minute pa rin per item. Huwag yung salunan mo na yung number 2. Baka malito kayo eh. O, ito lumalabas talaga sa exam to ha. Kaya, kahit civil service, lumalabas to. Well, lahat naman eh, kahit yung logical reasoning lumalabas. Tsaka nga sa Bureau of Fire. O, game. Wala pa. Sige. Magsabay na natin. Siguro naman may sagot na rin kayo sa number 2 para mabilis tayo. 10 o'clock na pala. Nga, nag-break pala tayo. Sorry, ang ingay ko. O, game. Okay, game. Yan, mag 1 minute na. Okay, good. Game. So, husband is to wife. O, game muna, mga ma'am, sir. Anong relationship nilang dalawa? Paano siya nilaro dun sa sentence? Kasi kung paano to nilaro sa sentence, dito sa question, dapat yung hinahanap nyo din, ganun din nilaro. Nakuha po ba? Diba? Babalik kayo saan? Dun sa isa kong tip, dito po, paano siya nilaro? Dito sa part na yan. Okay? Kasi dapat, ang hahanapin nyo ding sagot kung paano nilaro itong dalawa na to. So, this is what? This is contrary, correlative, privative, univocal, equivocal, or analogous. Okay, good. It's correlative. Correlative yan, mga ma'am, sir. Hindi ka pwedeng tawaging husband kung wala kang wife. At hindi ka pwedeng tawaging wife nang wala kang husband. So dapat ang sagot nyo dito, ganun din dito. Nakuha po ba? Ganun po ang pagsagot ng word analogy ha. Kaso hindi nyo po malalaman kung hindi nyo alam ibig sabihin ng husband at hindi nyo ibig sabihin ng wife. So you have to know the meaning, diba? So it's correlative. So alin dyan ang correlative din? The answer is letter B. B po. The answer is letter B. Okay? Kasi hindi ka pwedeng tawaging bride nang wala kang groom. Alam mo, kakasal ka, wala ka man lang partner. Okay? At di ka pwedeng tawaging groom nang wala kang bride. So that's the answer here. Diba? Auntie tsaka uncle, they can survive on their own. Okay? Pwede ka maging auntie kahit wala ka namang uncle eh. Okay? Same with doctor and nurse. Okay? Doctor alone can be a doctor without being a nurse. Okay? A nurse can be a nurse without a doctor, diba? So, these are eliminated. And as student assignment, hindi naman pwedeng sabihin na pag may student, automatic ba may assignment lagi? Hindi naman, diba? Though they are related, pero it doesn't mean that they are connected at some sense because a student are given assignments. Pero student alone can exist as a student. Nakuha po ba? So yan. So bride and groom. Nagets po ba kung ano yung tinutukoy? Okay ha? Yan ang tatandaan nyo ha. Ititignan nyo po kung paano to nilaro. Kasi kung anong hinahanap dito, dapat parehas dito. Okay, game. O game. Book tsaka pages. Laptop is to blank. O paano siya nilaro ulit? O balik kayo dito, paano siya nilaro? They are what? They are correlative ulit. Usually, is correlative talaga majority. Or contrary. Correlative yan. Kasi bakit? A book cannot exist without a page. And para sa baba ang pages, usually you could see pages saan po? Sa book. Diba? So, book cannot exist without a page. So, anong meron kay laptop na wala dito? Ay, o nawala dito? Na meron dito. Book is always has pages. Laptop should always have what? It always to have keyboard. Okay? Keyboard kasi bakit? Built-in ang keyboard kasi sa laptop. Tama? Which is also with built-in ang pages sa books. Nakuha po ba? Okay. Built-in. Ibig sabihin built-in. Meaning to say, talagang nasa loob siya ng laptop. Hindi siya computer. Magkaiba po ang computer. A keyboard is not built-in sa loob ng computer. Ang mouse hindi naman po built-in. Same with charger. Okay. A flash drive, baka kala nyo po yung flash drive is yung suksukan. No. Yung suksukan po, ang tawag po doon is USB port. Ang flash drive po, okay, yung pinapasok nyo doon. That's the flash drive. Okay, ay mga technical parts ng computer. So, kasi ulitin ko po, hindi nakagets sa build book is 2 pages. Meaning to say, okay, built-in kay pages, built-in kay book ang pages. So, alin dito ang sama? Parang ganun, built-in din kay laptop. Okay, which is keyboard. Kaya po yan tinawag na laptop kasi yung keyboard niya fixed. Okay? Hindi po yan tatawaging laptop kung wala yung keyboard. Okay? Yeah. Review nyo na lang po ulit. Okay? Kaya na-separate ang laptop sa computer because of keyboard. Okay po? So, yun. I hope nagigets nyo ha. Replay nyo na lang po para hindi tayo tumagal. Okay, game. Next. Ayan. O, 3 tsaka 4. O, again, balik kayo sa kung paano siya nilaro. Wala pa to. May mas padugo dito. Yung susunod natin, mas padugo. Okay? Game? Okay, game. Good, good. Game. O, mayor to councilor. Red is to blank. So, anong connection nitong dalawa sa choices na sa how is it played? Councilor, mayor, ano ba yung mga yan? Diba? These two are what? These are government positions or employee, tama. Kaso, they are part of what? They are part of Indian national. Indian national, diba? They are what? Local lang. O local government. Meaning to say, naka-specify na ano siya. Na, bagdan tayo dito, na contrary. Diba? They are part of a group. Diba? They are part of a group or they are part of a set. Diba? Okay? So, dapat ganun din ang sagot nyo dito. It's part of a set or it's part of a group. So, anong pinakasagot? It's letter A. O, lahat naman yung color. Lahat siyang color. Tama. Kaso, you need to be specific. Kasi ito naka-specific din na local government. So ito rin dapat naka-specific. Bakit blue? Though all of these are color, pero bakit blue? Bakit blue ang sagot? You have to be specific in terms of grouping sa color. Kasi ito rin naka-specific. There are, primary color. Rainbow daw. Primary color. Tawa ko sa rainbow. Primary color, hindi rainbow. Okay? They're part of the primary color. Specific. Okay? Okay? Ito kasi naka-specific. Part of local government position. O hindi siya national. Kung walang kung president to, let's say mayor, president, so mean to say kahit anong posisyon niya. So lahat 'yan pwedeng sagot. Nakuha ba? Nakuha ba 'tong number 3? O baka nalilito na kayo ha. I hope nakuha niyo yung number 3. Hindi yan rainbow. Tawa sa rainbow. O kung rainbow 'yan, walang pink. Tanggal niyo yung pink. Okay? Okay, next. Oh, pig tsaka pork. Pig is to pork. Okay, so ito is what? This is correlative. Correlative to kasi wala kang pork nang wala kang pig. 'Di ba? Guys, ang pig pag niluto, ano nang tawag? Or wala na siya, hindi na siya whole pig na, hindi na talaga siya baboy. Anong tawag? It's pork na, 'di ba? So anong sagot natin? Hindi mo pwedeng boy is to girl, hindi naman pwedeng head is to eye. So dalawa na lang ito. Anong sagot? Is letter C po. Okay. Because cow give us milk, like pig give us pork, 'di ba po? Okay, hindi po pwede kasing chicken is rooster. Okay? Chicken, okay, rooster is a type of chicken. Dalawa po kasing type of chicken. Hen and rooster. Hen is babaeng chicken, rooster is lalaking chicken. So this is a type of chicken. So hindi siya pasok by statement. Okay, kasi ang milk galing kay cow. Same with pork na galing kay pig. Nakuha. Okay? Nakuha po ba? Oh, kung di nyo alam ang meaning ng term, magkakalituhan kayo. Pork lang yan. Pork tsaka rooster. Okay? Ang importante pa rin talaga kung alam nyo po yung meaning ng salita. Okay? Though alam nyo kung paano nilaro, pero kung di nyo alam yung meaning ng salita, mahirap. Okay? Gets po ba? Okay, game. Let's proceed. Ayan. 5 and 6. Sige, dalawin nyo na yung sagot nyo para mabilis tayo. Kasi gabing-gabi na rin eh. At papasok na si Christina. Si Christine. Magla-landfall siya by 11 o'clock. Lakas ng hangin. Sobrang lakas ng hangin. I hope you're doing well ha sa mga may pasok ay sa mga nasa norte. Baka meron tayong audience na nasa norte. North Luzon. Saka Central. Okay, game? Okay. Ingat po kayo dyan ha. Okay. So, una natin is tailor tsaka suit. So, ano ba yung tailor? Ano yung tailor? Mananahi. Suit. Suit. Parang coat, diba? Or damit. So, basically, diba, correlative din. Correlative. Siyempre, kung tailor ka, ang ginagawa mo is suit. So, writer, Tagalog, manunulat. Diba? So, ano dapat ang nandito? Kung tailor is to suit, writer is to blank. Siyempre, it's what? It's manuscript. Tama. Okay? Blueprint. Para kaninong blueprint? Hindi pa rin sa writer ang blueprint. Para kaninong blueprint? Engineer. Diba? Equations. Para kanino yan? Or blueprint sa architects, diba? Architects. Equations sa mathematician. Building yan sa engineer, diba? or sa architect din. O, diba? Nakuha, o, galing nyo, diba? Nakuha nyo. So, this is manuscript. O, hat is to head, so correlative pa rin. So, mag-gets nyo, majority na lumalabas din sa word analogy is, ano talaga, correlative and contrary. So, hat is to head, ring is to blank. So, basically, madali lang to, it's finger. Okay? Obviously. Sige, maglagay ka ng sing-sing sa toe. Okay? Hindi pwedeng hands. Okay? Kung hands, buo yan. Okay? Lagay mo yung buong sing-sing mo dyan. Okay? Sana nga ganito ang tanongan nyo. Okay? Pero at least, ang point ko lang naman dito, makuha nyo yung technique. Siyempre, papahirapan ko kayo, madali pa yan. Ito na yung may hirap eh. O, go. O, ayan. Dalawahin nyo na, dalawahin nyo na. Okay? Good? Okay, game. So, dito muna tayo. Sadness, depression. Anong relationship niyan? Anong relationship? Actually, guys, ang relationship niyan is what? Correlative. Ay, correlative. Contrary. Leveling yan. Nagle-level up yan. Okay? Sadness kasi is normal. Ang pinaka-worst form of sadness is depression. Level up yan. So, babalik lang tayo dito. Ito yan, no? Level up, degree yan, degree. So, contrary yan by relationship. Okay? Normal makaramdam ng lungkot, pero hindi normal na magkaroon ng depression. Nakuha ba yon? So, nakakatakot ma-depress, pero okay kang malungkot. Pag di nyo na kayang kontrolin ng lungkot nyo, it ends up with depression. Okay? So, alin dyan ang level up? Okay? Kung ito leveling, so alin dapat ang sagot nyo, level up din. Nakuha po ba? Nakuha po ba? Kasi yung iba nagmamadali kanina eh. Okay? Again, ang sinabi ko po is kung ano ang relationship nito, tsaka meaning. Kasi kung hindi nyo nakuha yung relationship ng dalawang word, tsaka yung meaning, hindi nyo siya masasagot. So, ang pinakasagot po dito is letter D. Interest tsaka obsession. Kasi level up yan eh. 'Di ba? Happy and laugh, univocal. 'Di ba? Univocal. Or pwede ring tawag doon, pwede rin siyang correlative. Siyempre, usually if you're happy, you laugh. 'Di ba po? Think tsaka idea are univocal. Ito univocal to mga ma'am sir. Kasi 'di ba pag nag-iisip ka, gumagawa ka ng idea. 'Di ba? Weeping and crying is univocal din. Parehas lang po ibig sabihin yan. I-search nyo po, parehas lang ang meaning ng weeping tsaka crying. So, ang pinakasagot nyo dyan is interest and obsession. Nakuha po ba? Okay, lagay na lang natin dito. So, ito, univocal. Halos lahat univocal eh. Univocal. Tapos ito rin, univocal. Ayan. Tapos ito rin po, univocal. Univocal. Para po pag sinend ko yung power, magigets nyo yung sagot. Then ito po is contrary. Okay, so parang yung hinahanap natin sa taas, contrary. Okay po ba? O, doon tayo. O, habit ka addiction. This is what? This is, actually, habit and addiction is privative. ano siya, talagang somehow imperfection ng isa. Okay. If something po kasi it's a habit, a part of your lifestyle, meaning to say it's good, 'di ba po? It's a behavior, it's a consistent behavior that is good. That's a habit. And a bad, consistent behavior po, mga ma'am, sir, is called an addiction. 'Di ba po? Kaya smoking can never be a habit because it's bad eh. So, smoking is an addiction. Okay? Kasi kumbaga ano bang pinagkaiba nitong dalawa nito? Benefit. Yung benefit, 'di ba? Yung benefit na makukuha nyo once na consistent na hindi kayo consistent doon sa nangyari or sa ginagawa nyo. So let's say reading can be a habit kasi maganda yung benefit, 'di ba? Pero kung di maganda kasi yung benefit, it becomes an addiction. So this is privative. So alin diyan ang privative? Yung isa perfect, katulad nito perfect, yung isa imperfect. So alin diyan ang perfect tsaka imperfect? Okay, letter A. Okay, this letter A. Kasi ignorant ka tapos may knowledge ka, 'di ba ito? For example, may habit ka pero yung isa addicted ka, 'di ba? So yung isa perfect, yung isa imperfect. Nakuha po ba? Dog, cat, univocal 'yan. So ito privative. Okay, hindi po tricky talaga siya. Pero kailangan niyo po kasing tingnan kung paano again nilaro. And again, dapat alam niyo yung meaning. Alam niyo po ba meaning ng habit? Tsaka alam niyo ba meaning ng addiction? And syempre pati choices, dapat alam niyo yung meaning. Pag hindi niyo alam yung meaning ng choices, malilito kayo. Ito po kasing choice na to, letter B is univocal. Univocal, dog, cat. Mood, emotion po is contrary yan. Leveling yan, leveling. And house tsaka home is basically univocal din. Okay? Nakuha. I hope na-gets nyo po. I'm really trying to make this as simple para po maintindihan ng lahat. Okay. Hindi ko po alam kung ilang questions yan. Okay. So next tayo. O yan. 9. Pahirap na ito ng pahirap. O 9 tsaka 10. Ayan. Sleeplessness to fatigue. Fast is to blank. Tapos yung isa, violence, peace. Poverty is to blank. Aircon, malamig na kasi naka-aircon pa eh. Okay na? Okay, game. Okay. Okay, game. Sleeplessness, walang tulog. Wala kang tulog eh. Sleepness eh. Sleeplessness, okay? Siyempre, pag wala kang tulog, ano mangyari? Fatigue. So this is correlative kahit papaano, 'di ba? Correlative po ang relationship. 'Di ba? Pag hindi ka nakakatulog, ano mangyari sa iyo? Pagod ka. Ayun ang ibig sabihin po ng fatigue. So kung hindi niyo alam ibig sabihin ng fatigue, mahihirapan kayo diyan. Wala, okay. So fast is to blank. Ingat, so ano ang sagot? Oh, may sumasagot. Ito tsaka to. Ano bang ibig sabihin ng fast na to? Okay, nakuha niyo yon? Equivocal. Balik tayo sa equivocal, mga ma'am, sir. Equivocal. Ayan, equivocal. Saan na? Ayan, no? Same spelling, different meaning. Okay? Okay. So, kung nilagay nyo kasi dyan, run. So, siguro pagkakaintindi nyo sa fast, mabilis. Tapos takbo. Kaso, ang tanong, sige, example po, lagay natin dyan run. Ayun po, papakita ko lang. Lagay natin run. Yung relationship ba ng fast tsaka run, parehas ng relationship sa taas? Diba hindi? Hindi eh. Kasi ito cause and effect kumbaga. So kung hindi ka natulog, mapapagod ka. So pag mabilis ka, ibig sabihin ba tumatakbo ka? Or pag mabilis ka, mangyayari ba nun tumatakbo ka? Nakuha nyo? So mali yung fast tsaka run dito. So ang mali, meaning to say, mali yung pagkakaintindi mo sa fast. Okay, so yung fast dyan, anong nangyayari? Fasting. Nakuha po ba? Mangyayari is fasting. Okay? So fast, meaning to say hindi ka kumakain. So anong sagot natin? Hungry. Okay? Tama sana yung run. Tama yung run. Kaso, sa meaning ng fast. Kaso, via relationship, mali kasi siya. Nakuha po ba? Via relationship kasi, mali siya. Kasi ang pinaka-relationship na hinahanap natin is correlational. 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 Tama ba? Correlational. Correlational. Dependent sila. Kasi cause and effect, di ba? Okay. Fast, lazy, wala namang connection. Fast, angry, wala rin namang connection. Again, ulitin ko po. Dapat alam niyo yung meaning ng lahat na yan. Tapos po, alam niyo kung paano nilaro doon sa tanong yung words. Okay po? Hindi ako magsasawang paulit-ulit doon, mga ma'am, sir, para lang matandaan niyo po siya. Okay. Dito, I think obvious na dito. Mukhang alam niyo na. Okay. Violence, tsaka peace. Privative, di ba po? Privative. Yung isa imperfect, yung isa perfect. Yung isa may gulo, yung isa walang gulo. So ito dapat ganun din hinahanap natin dito. Perfect, imperfect. So alam naman natin poverty is something negative, di ba? So imperfect. So hinahanap natin dito perfect. So alin diyan ang perfect? Nakatumbas ni poverty. So basically it's wealth. Okay? So it's wealth. Again, bakit naging wealth? Kasi po yung relationship sa taas. It's privative. So privative po kasi. Privative. Privative. Okay? Privative. Okay po ba? Okay, next, another one. Meron pa to, alam ko nga 12 to eh. O yan, I think this is the last. O, nagmamadali kayo, may dahan-dahan. Bukas bigyan ko kayo ng ibang form ng word analogy para ma-practice din po kayo. Pero ito muna po ang bigawin natin. Okay? Okay, game? So, pediatrician tsaka children. So, this is correlative ulit, di ba? Kasi hindi ka pwedeng tawagin pedia nang ang ginagamot mo hindi bata. Di ba? Ang ginagamot ng pedya is bata. So, correlative yan. So, alin dapat dito, ganun din. Okay? Kung hindi nyo alam yung sabihin ng pediatrician, yari tayo dyan. Pero obviously, alam nyo naman kasi nandun sa question. Kaso, ang tanong, ito bang mga to, alam nyo ang meaning? So, babalik kayo sa, again, improve your vocabularies po. So, alin yan ang sagot? Ang sagot po dyan is letter D. Psychologist tsaka neurotic. Pag sinabi po kasi neurotic, may sakit sa utak or may sakit sa pag-iisip. Okay? Orthopedic po tsaka geriatric, mali po yan. Orthopedic po kasi ang ginagamot niyan, mga buto. Okay? Ang geriatric, ano pong ibig sabihin ng geriatric? Mga matatanda. Okay? So mali ito. Obviously ito mali. By definition, mali siya. Okay? So, principal, teacher. Ang usapan natin kasi dito, connection na relationship. Though may relationship sila, pero hindi kasi pasok dito. Okay? Na ang actually kinikater ng principal buong school, hindi lang naman teacher, 'di ba? So, kung school nakalagay dito, tama ito. Okay? Principal tapos school, tama 'yan. Kaso naging teacher lang kasi. Ito magiging tama, kaso mali. Paano 'to magiging tama? Ewan ko kung may mga naka-notice. Paano magiging tama ang letter A? Babaliktarin. Very good. Babaliktarin. Kasi bakit? Tao ito eh. Tao ito. Okay? So kung nilagay mo dito neurologist tapos brain, kasi ang ginagamot naman talaga ng neurologist is mga sakit sa utak. Okay? Tama siya. Titingnan nyo rin kung paano inaayos eh. Yun nga po sabi ko sa inyo, tignan nyo din kung paano siya nilaro sa loob ng sentence. Kaya yung iba ang sagot A, kasi kala nila yun na yun. Okay? Kaso, ito yung nauna eh. Okay, pediatrician is to children, hindi children is to pediatrician. Pedia, okay? Kaya tama yung psychologist tsaka neurotic. Okay? So mali itong mga to. O next, dito. Question is to answer. This is also correlative. Okay? So meaning to say relationship. Na kumbaga, syempre, pag nagtanong ka, dapat meron kang makuhang sagot. Okay? I hope na gets niyo, di ba? Syempre, nagtanong ka, dapat may makuha kang sagot. So alin diyan? The answer is letter B. Siyempre, pag ikaw ay may hinanap, okay, pag search, sorry, letter C pala. Sorry. It's letter C. Okay? C, kasi same. If you give, okay, basically, it would eventually be taken, di ba? Alam na pag nagbigay ka, walang kukuha. Okay? Ang nakuha yon same with question eh. So pag nagtanong ka, may makukuha kang sagot. Yung search kasi tsaka find, parehas lang yan. Univocal yan eh. Di ba? If you're searching for something, basically you're finding for something. Okay? Clip, kait, univocal, wala naman talaga silang connection. They have different meaning. Okay? Same with growth and progress. Univocal din. Okay? Univocal. Okay? Yeah. Nakuha po ba? Okay? So, yan po ang ating word analogy. Okay? So, I think yun na yun. Okay? Kaya pa? Last na to? Or bukas na natin? Ako nag-dis. Kayo tinanong. Yeah. Oh, wait lang. Let me just pause. Ayan. Okay? Bukas na daw. Okay. Sige. I hope na-gets nyo ha. Okay. Ito muna unahin ko. Tomorrow. Okay. Unahin natin to tomorrow. Tapos reviewin natin to ulit. Ha? Reviewin muna natin to word analogy, mga ma'am sir. Tandaan niya na mga ma'am sir. Tapos, sample tayo ulit ng assumptions and conclusions. Okay? Okay tayo? Yeah, I'll send po the PowerPoint nito by tomorrow. Yeah, bukas na guys. Okay. So thank you po. I hope okay tayo ha. O goods ako ha. Goods ako ha. So I hope na-gets nyo po lahat ng mga pinag-usapan natin. Okay. Mabibitin ako pag in-11 natin. Okay, kasi mahaba ito yung next topic. Yeah, wala pong pasok sa Malabon. Kaso, grabe ang hangin dito guys. Grabe. Ang lakas ng tama ng bintana. So ingat po kayo kung nasaan kayo. Stay safe mga ma'am sir. Okay. Then, yeah, I'll see you po tomorrow. Thank you po. Yeah, pagod na yung iba. Halata. Thank you po, thank you po.